Now, the other thing I'll tell you, and this is one of the positive pieces of feedback I received in my third year rotation, was that when I would be on rounds, I would be actually taking an interest in the care of all the patients, not just my patients. And I wouldn't be doing this in like an annoying way, like I wouldn't be suggesting management plans for the patients of like my fellow med students, because don't do that, because that makes you look bad and them look bad. It's just kind of like not a good thing to do. But I would be asking questions. I'd be asking questions about those patients, like, oh, well, what if this happened? What would happen? What would we do then? Or maybe something about their disease process, things like that. And they take notice of this. They take notice of this because when you're actually a resident, you are responsible for everyone there. It doesn't matter if you're only carrying 8 patients of the 16 patients, you're still responsible for all the patients, okay, because you're a doctor. And so it's important to demonstrate this intellectual curiosity, first of all, and just an interest in the well-being of all the patients. And try to do that. Try to take the opportunities to do that. And more so, not just for yourself, but also, or not just to like show out, I guess, but also to learn stuff, because the thing is, when this is the exciting thing about internal medicine and hospital medicine, is that when you are there, you could be walking into anything. You could walk into the hospital and boom, you have 20 new patients that are just like all over sickle cell, some rare autoimmune disease, just the run-of-the-mill heart failure or COPD. And it's exciting, but you have to be able to know how to deal with all these different problems. And so take the opportunity to ask questions and learn. Now, the other thing I want you to be thinking about during your rotation is the system, the process, right? It's very important. This is the biggest thing that you can do, I think, for your own learning and prepare to be a resident when you're on this rotation, is to develop a system that's effective for you. Like, how do you pre-round? What are the things you're going to be looking at in the chart, right? How to make it efficient. What are the things you're going to ask the patient? What physical exam do you do? How do you present? The presentations are important. The presentations are very hard, by the way. Don't be, hitting yourself on the head if you're not good at presentations initially, but figure out how to present. Ask for feedback from the attendings and the residents and practice with the residents. The residents should be helping you when they have time to practice, to telling you basically what you're doing well, what you should be improving upon, things like that. Ask for feedback and practice your presentations. If you present well and you come up with at least some form of a plan and you ask questions and you participate, they are going to give you really good feedback. They're going to give you good evaluations and you can ask for letters of recommendation. These are the best things that I think you can do to really stand out. And this is how I honored the rotations. I wasn't the smartest person in the room. I didn't know all the pathophysiology. I didn't study as much as everyone else probably, but because I did these things and I tried to really take an active role and just learn in the process and actually improve on my presentations and my note writing and things like that, I think that's why I did well. And I hope that is helpful.